So hello and welcome back to another Reality Check VR video. Today we're going to be talking about the Oculus Quest. Since I was just at OC5 in sunny California, we got to have a lot of experience with the Oculus Quest. It used to be called the Santa Cruz, and now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of try to do my best to recount everything that I got to experience so that you guys can understand it as well, for those of you who are interested. And I do apologize for the sound of my voice. I am feeling a little bit under the weather after being up constantly and traveling constantly, and then also using my voice and talking constantly. It kind of got to me. So regardless of that, we're still going to have some fun in this video and show off some more footage of the Quest during the arena play, as well as some super hot, and right away I just got to say that I did actually get to try the Santa Cruz back in GDC, and my experience this time was 10 times better. Not that it was bad before, because of course it was a great experience before. I wasn't allowed to talk much about it, but having actually gotten to experience the Oculus Quest now with its new, refined HMD and of course better software, I can say right now the experience is mind-blowing. I had no idea they were going to have some kind of an experience where we actually got to play in an arena style. It kind of reminds you of like paintball or airsoft type of an arena where you've got different objects and things that you can hide behind. The big difference here is it was a dead and buried style, so obviously you weren't allowed to cross the middle. It was like the train that normally goes across the middle in the normal game for the Rift. And you had just places on each side that you could actually hide behind. And before I go all into that, I do want to mention the Oculus Quest is, in case you don't realize this, like a middle device. It is the first device that's going to be all-in-one, 6DoF freedom with no wires. Having said that, it's not nearly as powerful as like, a Rift right here is going to be. And then, on top of this, it's not as powerful as the Rift, but it's a little bit more powerful than like the Go, right? So, and the Go is awesome, but it's only 3DoF, except for, the controller can move a little bit. But no, it's a 3DoF headset. And this one right here is obviously you can move around your room, but it's attached to your PC. So because of that, you've got so much more power that can run in these games. Whereas the Quest does not have that kind of power. Even so, people are saying the Quest is as powerful as an Xbox 360, which, man, I had a lot of fun with Xbox 360 games. So if that is the kind of the spectrum of the power that it has just right off the bat, I think that's really great, because clearly we're going to get better. We're going to have more opportunities to refine that kind of a thing. So let's go ahead and talk about my experience. When I first got into the arena, they brought out these Oculus Quests. They were different colored than just the black ones. Some of them were kind of like a blue denim style look. And what you first notice is they're actually fairly light. I mean, they're not super heavy by any means. They're kind of like a Go. The difference is they have cameras on the top, 2 on top and 2 on bottom. And the 2 on bottom have a little bit wider field of view than the ones on top do. Not only that, it has like a little micro USB in the side. And I noticed that it's also on the bottom got the ability to change your IPD if you need to. So there's just I don't know, as far as form factor goes, it looks really nice. It feels really nice. The head strap and everything is very similar to the Rift if you used that before, so it's not very difficult to put on. The only thing I would say is I would of course want more of like a sporty strap, especially if you're playing games like Dead and Buried where you're running around and you want to be like moving your head really quickly. It would be nice to have some kind of a even stronger strap, but I would say that for most games I didn't have any problem with it. Even when I was shaking my head side to side, at no point did I feel like I was actually having having the headset fall off me. Only if I was going to be diving or spinning or doing some kind of a crazy stunt would I actually be worried at any point in time that the headset might come off. So, and I didn't see anybody else having problems with that either. Anyway, so everything in this headset is extremely powerful, considering that is all happening in each HMD. We were playing a multiplayer wireless experience, and we could actually not only, be in the same world together, but we were seeing each other in real time in the real spots. So when I would look at my enemy across from me, I knew my enemy was really right there in real life. I knew they were over there crouching behind some kind of an obstacle of some sort. And it was great because, that kind of a feeling is something like I've never ever in my entire life ever had. I mean, you can play multiplayer experiences sitting here in your own house with other people in VR, and that's mind-blowing as it is. But having a real-time distance, it's like being in a different dimension. It's totally like being in a different dimension. I traveled this dimension and jumped into an ulterior one, and people could see different things that the people around us couldn't see. They just see this bland room with white tape and black boxes everywhere. And what we see an old Western, everything's crazy, and it's really hard to wrap your head around the fact that you can really run around the obstacles. You don't have to stand still. You can just run all around the obstacles, and then not only that, but when you've got something in front of you, you can put your hands up on top of it and you can rest your guns on it, and it's physically really there. And there was a few times I remembered that when I played it 3 times. So by the 3rd time I was in there putting my hands on everything. I was touching things as I walked by them. I was enjoying the environment at that point, but it definitely takes a little bit of time to get used to. But having said that, that's not even the full reason that they have the Quest. That's kind of like a prototype that they're working on for like arcades or location-based events. The average person is going to be using a Quest in their room, so the cameras are going to be mapping everything in your room, and it's just going to be creating obviously a nice virtual space for you. Obviously, the people with the larger rooms are going to have much more fun times playing games where you do get to actually walk around in free roaming, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more experiences where they require people to do certain things in larger spaces, especially to experience them properly. Anyway, I had such a blast playing this, and I think what made it really exciting was I wasn't expecting it. I had no idea that it was going to be there, so when I saw all this, it was just like, wow, I have to get in. I really wanted to do that. So I did get to play a few different times. I got to play with Dillard and Mallard. I got to play with definitely the people from Arvory. I got to play with the different content creators at different points. So big thanks to Oculus for allowing me to try all those things out, for allowing me to be at the show, and obviously for even allowing me to get access to take some of this footage. There's definitely a lot more footage that I want to show you guys in future videos. This is just kind of a compilation of the Oculus Quest stuff that I got to try out. And I just wanted to put it out there first because for me it's one of the most exciting things that I got to do when I was there. So if you're interested in more OC5 stuff, be sure to stay tuned, and otherwise I'm going to go ahead and finish this video right now. I'm really looking forward to the Oculus Quest when it comes out, and it kind of goes without saying, I did play a lot of Super Hot also with the Quest, and when I was playing Super Hot, I was doing my best to be a boxing action star, because Super Hot's all about the timing, and once you kind of get comfortable in that world, you can kind of finesse your way around it and actually have some fun with it. So I was doing my best to do those kinds of things. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and make another montage of the whole event. Going to make it a little shorter, a little more concise than last year's, but I really appreciate you guys checking out the content, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye. That's called pro skills right there, is what that...
TikTok, get his toes, get his toes. You got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Shields.
Oh.
Okay. The cover was real. It was flush.
Whoa. Wait a second. I recognize these people. I recognize these cool people. What's going on, guys?
There's some there as well at the left.
What a slide cam there, man. Nice.
Pretty freaking sweet.
I wish I had a slide cam.
I wish I had a
Seriously.
stabilizer like that. You all want something we don't have.
They give these away.